This is Infiniti's stylish new G35 Coupe. And this is the recently introduced Nissan 350Z. Now, any resemblance you see between the two is not just a coincidence. Under the skin, they're essentially the same, but they'll play different roles in the showrooms. As Nissan's upscale division, Infiniti has given its sportiest new model some more refined characteristics, a greater degree of comfort, and voguish elegance that hides the muscles well.
It's kind of like a mid-engine car, and has all the other virtues of the Z car, which is it's pretty sporty, got a lot of grip, nice big tires, 6-speed transmission, or you can get an automatic with the Infiniti, which ought to appeal to some of the people that kind of are attracted to a car like the Z car, but want a little more refinement. They need it a bit more genteel.
But it's still a car based on the FM platform.
Nissan calls this the FM platform, which means front engine, but mid-engine also. The engine is placed pretty far back, so there isn't too much weight on the front tires. And as a result of that, this is a really nicely balanced car.
And powerful, too. The motor is a dual overhead cam 24-valve 3.5-liter aluminum V6, pumping out 280 horsepower through either a 5-speed automatic transmission with a manual override or a 6-speed manual.
This motor, 3.5 liters, is getting to be large for a V6, so not only does it wind out pretty well over 6,000 RPM, but it's got grunt at 2,000, 2,500. Basically, wherever you are, you step on the gas, this car leaps ahead.
And its leap to 60 takes only 5.6 seconds, and it bounds through the quarter mile in just 14.4 seconds at 98 miles per hour. But this stout V6 can also send some bad vibes into the cabin via the pedals and shifter. It may give truck-like torque at low revs, but there's a truck-like sound and vibrations at higher revs. The suspension is a strong point, calibrated to offer a softer ride while being technically identical to the 350Zs. And despite a slightly longer wheelbase that accommodates the rear seats and trunk, the G35 has well-snubbed roll motions in the twisties and very responsive steering. The Brembo brakes are 12.8-inch front and 12.7-inch rear vented rotors, and they hauled us down from 70 to standstill in 157 feet and showed no signs of fade on repeated attempts. On the styling cues, the rear end and taillight treatment are more easily accepted than that of the Z car, and the headlight styling also caught our attention. This car looks buff. The base G35 will have the 17-inch wheels, while a touring version will offer an 18-inch wheel and tire combo. Inside the car, you'll find an interior that provides a more mature and sophisticated environment. The forward buckets are big enough to support the lower legs and concave enough to hold you in while cornering. There's automatic climate control, a 160-watt 6-speaker stereo with a cassette player, 6-disc CD changer, and a security system. All this performance and luxury need not break the bank if you order it right.
For people who don't need to buy the big Brembo brakes and some of the other options, you can get into one for under 30K, which is really not a bad deal.
That's right. Prices start at just under 30 grand, but options can add 4 to 5 grand on top of that. Our tester stickered at $32,595. And then there's the sedan version that comes in at 30 grand.
It's one of the most interesting looking ones out there, so it's still got that styling benefit, and it has basically the same engine the Coupe does. It's down about 10 horsepower, but it's still 275 horsepower for the low 30s. That's a lot more power than you can buy from anyone else at that price point, and plus you've got a useful back seat in the sedan, so it gives you most of the qualities of this Coupe with a little bit more practicality.
So, here's the lowdown. The highs, a buffed and buff body. A suspension great for twisty roads, and those chiropractor-like supportive seats. The lows, not so nice noise and vibration. The verdict, in some ways, a better Z than the Z.